So you know those times where you just have to disappear for a little bit to set your mind straight and get things together? Yeah, that's me right now. At first I tried to make one video a day and that just didn't work out. And then I did two videos one video every other day and that didn't work out. So now I'm already at the 3 day mark and I'm wondering what's going on. At first I thought it was just me being lazy, but then I come to find out I just actually have things to do in life that I just haven't caught up with from my past. So here we are. To put a little bit of perspective into play, I watched this video titled Atomic Habits by a YouTuber named Escaping Ordinary, BC Marks. And it was very informational and it really helped me get my mind together in understanding what I want to do next. Now the video is actually titled How to Become 37.78 Times Better at Anything, and the book name is Atomic Habits. So if you want to check that book out to help yourself, then that's something to do for sure. So in this book, there's a morning routine, there's an afternoon routine, and there's a night routine. And there's really like 7 different steps at least to actually do things to make a habit that's good and to continue your life in a positive way. I've been trying to implement some of these habits, just at least 2 to 3 of them, and to start off so I don't overwhelm myself. I'm the kind of guy to where if I do overwhelm myself, then I will slow down and kind of just stop altogether. So I'm trying to avoid that. Now I'm speaking based off of memory, but I do remember the first habit being just get up and go outside, So even like when you get some water, drink some of that, get hydrated, and just step outside for 20 minutes to get your mind straight so that you can actually start your day the right way. Because fresh air really is a good thing. There have been times to where I've had a headache and I drunk water thinking I'm dehydrated and I'm not because the headache doesn't go away. And then come to find out I step outside for literally 10 seconds and my headache's gone. It's something about the indoor air that just isn't as good as the outdoor air. Now, this guy, BC Marx's point on this was basically saying going outside, leaving your phone inside, and just being out there for 20 minutes, just doing something that is actually doing nothing, just enjoying the view. It actually gives your brain a rest and you can actually start to brainstorm real good things in your life, whether it's a topic for a video or whether it's what you want to do tomorrow or planning ahead. It just gives you time to get away from the internet and get outside and have the nature so that it can help you think about your next step. It should go without saying, but for people like me, it's not. Planning is literally key to doing the best and living your best life. So that little 20 minutes of outdoor, just staying outdoors is actually really good for your future. Believe it or not, you can get more done in those 20 minutes than you can in a whole day of just existing. The funny thing is that I've definitely picked up these past 2 days. You actually start to get other parts of my habits. And this is laying in the bed and just not getting up. My version isn't just being outside. My version is just picking up a basketball and shooting some hoops, and that clears my mind as well. So I do that, and then I'm like, okay, I'm sweating a little bit, even though I'm not trying to. I'm pretty out of shape right now. And so I see that there's a gym right in front of the basketball court. So I'm like, yeah, why not go to the gym and just do a couple of push-ups, do a little bit of curls, things like that. So then I end up going to the gym and then I actually do a little bit more exercise, and that's good because exercise has its own video, honestly, where it helps, create more brain cells and all kinds of good stuff. So now I'm getting better, sweating more, detoxing, and that's just from doing one thing, which is literally just going outside. And that is a big deal. So the thing in that book actually says just showing up is the hardest part, because once you show up, you're more than likely to do whatever you can. And speaking on exercise, just showing up is a big deal because even if you don't want to work out, even say you want to do 50 push-ups a day, if you just do 10, then you're doing good enough. That's the thing. When you actually do something, even if you just do those 10, you are more inclined to actually do more than 10. You're going to be like, well, 10 is pretty easy and I'm actually here already. I'm on the floor literally pushing up. So I could do 20 at least, make it worth my while. And then when you get to 20, you're like, well, I usually do 50, so I could do at least 30. And then you end up making it up to 50 anyway. So showing up is literally the most important thing that you can do. And that's what I've been trying to do. It's only been 2 days, but I'm trying. Recently, I fell back into the hole of ordering food online, and that has really set me back, and that's really bad because it's not money that I'm trying to spend for my future. It's money I'm trying to spend for a cheap dopamine hit. So that's something I'm trying to work on as well. I thought it was going to be easy, and it was for the first week, but then after the second week, it really wasn't. So that's something I'm trying to get rid of, and I'm trying to figure out how to stop as well. The current thing that's been helping me literally just today is actually eating food before I go to work, and not just eating food, but preparing it myself. I have some canned goods, like some beans and stuff, and I have rice on the counter, and then I have some frozen broccoli, and I pretty much just put all that together and made an actual decent meal for myself before it's actually time to go to work, so that when I go to work, my stomach isn't absolutely empty, and I'm not just running on willpower and thoughts for the future to try to save my money, because that obviously didn't work. So that's not even worth trying again. That's just expecting to fail eventually, and that's not what I want. So pairing those two things together is already two really good habits for me personally that is really going to improve my life, and I hope to continue. And a big thing about the atomic habits is that you need to make your habits as easy as possible. And if it's not as easy as possible, then as fun as possible. You have to enjoy what you do. So going to the gym, nobody necessarily likes pumping iron, but just getting some exercise and just building a little sweat is fun. Not fun, but a good thing. So my version, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, man. I like listening to video game music and the intros and stuff like that. High energy stuff, like literally Kirby boss fight music. And dude, that stuff is so high octane, pump your body music. The thing is, I don't do push-ups to that stuff. I just start dancing, bro. I'm not gonna lie. And I just moved, and I was sweating so crazy, but I was having so much fun I didn't want to stop. And that's why I'm making this video so late, because I was just doing everything that was fun but also healthy. Doing all that. I got this juicer. I've been cutting up my fruits and juicing them and things of that nature, trying to make it tasty, all kinds of stuff. So I'm trying to figure things out. So if I don't make videos so often, then I apologize. But yeah, this is something I'm really trying to get into, because I need to think about the rest of my life like more seriously than just making money. It needs to be an intelligent system, because intelligent systems work. And I've been wanting to say that because that's actually the name of a company. I think it's Kirby's company. Intelligent Systems. I love that. But that's facts though. Now, I'm not 100% sure if I heard this in the video, but the most necessary thing that you can do to help yourself and your health and everything like that, even your mood, is just to sleep 7 to 8 hours. That is so important. I remember the guy in the video talking about sleep, but I don't know if it was in the book itself. But sleep is so important, it's ridiculous. You can't outrun a bad sleep schedule, just like you can't outrun a bad diet. Like, if you eat good and you sleep only 5 hours every single night, I know there's people who can function off of that, and I even know a guy who can function off of that. But my friend that I know who functions off of that, he's pretty overweight and he wants to lose weight, but what he feels like, he doesn't eat very well, but he does exercise a lot, but that weight stays on him. And I bet cash money that if he were to sleep properly and get 7 hours a night, then he would lose weight, because you actually do burn energy in your sleep, because your brain is even more active than normal, and your brain consumes a lot of sugar. So you could get rid of a lot of excess sugar in your body just by sleeping more. It's hilarious how simple that is, but that's something that people take for granted and they don't think about very hard. And I mean, hey, I sleep around 5 to 6 hours a night, and I'm overweight right now. So I don't have much room to talk, but I'm just saying that it is important. And starting today, I'm going to try my hardest to sleep, 7 hours minimum. But for me, I get off at work at 12:30 a.m. And when I get off, I do want to play the game. And sometimes I can go to sleep, but it's kind of difficult at times, Like I've been tired for the past 2 hours by the time I get off. I get tired at 10. I start yawning at 10, bro. 10 p.m. So it's definitely far from the easiest thing for me. But honestly, guys, I think that's where we're going to end the video, because at the end, I don't remember every single habit in there, but I would definitely go and recommend you to watch this guy's video. It's literally called How to Become 37.78 times better at anything. Atomic Habits Summary. And it's a guy, a YouTuber called Escaping Ordinary BC Marks. It has 20 million views. It was uploaded 3 years ago, and I'm pretty sure he knows what he's talking about, because he made me feel like I could do something about my life more, because there's many things I want to change and do with my life, but I haven't done it. It's been years. And the funny thing is, I used to watch many videos like this, and I used to do things about that. And it's just like, as the years gone by and I stopped watching good content, like that, like positive content, I've just not really gone forward. So that's not good. But now we're going to change that. So with that being said, I don't know if I'll be able to make videos every day, but I'm going to try to make a video. Whenever I make one, I will want to make it good and worth your time. So with that being said, man, I thank you guys for being here. This has been Yap a Lot Gaming, but this video hasn't been a lot of yapping. That I'm going to get up out of here, guys. Peace out.